More than 54 years ago, at the height of the Cold War, the United States closed its embassy in Havana. Today, I can announce that the United States has agreed to formally reestablish diplomatic relations with the Republic of Cuba and reopen embassies in our respective countries.
That was President Obama this morning announcing that we will once again have official diplomatic mission in Cuba. The announcement comes after a quick 6.5 months in which U.S. policy on Cuba has done a complete 180. In December, hostage Alan Gross was freed at the conclusion of secret talks. Then in May, Cuba was taken off the state sponsors of terrorism list. Secretary of State John Kerry spoke shortly after President Obama, and he went further and tied today's announcement to the Iran negotiations, suggesting negotiations can work. They just take time.
I would say, as we look at the world today with conflicts that we see, and even these negotiations taking place here in Vienna, it is important for people to understand that things can change, that leadership can be effective and can make a difference.
Jen Psaki is joining us now. She's White House Communications Director. And Jen, this is a big moment. Obviously, you've come over from state, so you know about everything that went on in making this happen. So explain what this new policy means, because we already have the interests in section Cuba. What does that mean for an embassy, both for the Americans in Cuba and for Cubans in D.C.?
Well, it means, Thomas, that in the next couple of weeks, there will be an embassy opened both in Washington, D.C. and an embassy opened in Havana. It's a little bit different. It gives our diplomats, it gives our people serving on the ground a little bit more flexibility. They'll be able to travel around Cuba. They'll be able to receive visitors. It makes it more possible to be available and accessible to the Cuban people. And this is really an important step as we continue to further our diplomatic relations with Cuba.
Jen, as you can imagine, on the right, Republicans wasting no time slamming the policy, the shift that is. I want to play what Chris Christie had to say today. Take a listen.
The president is dead wrong. What he's doing is dead wrong. I oppose it. I think it's a bad decision, and I urge Congress to do whatever it can do to make sure that it doesn't move forward.
Hey guys, two more questions.
Including funding, yes.
So, and then we get this from former Florida Governor Jeb Bush. The ongoing detention of dissidents and continued human rights abuses suggest the administration's policy is failing this test. Senator Marco Rubio says, I intend to oppose the confirmation of an ambassador to Cuba until these issues are addressed. It is time for our unilateral concessions to this odious regime to end. Senator Ted Cruz says it's unacceptable and a slap in the face of a close ally that the U.S. will have an embassy in Havana before one in Jerusalem. Jen, so what do you make of this reaction on the right and how easy it's going to be, or uphill it's going to be, to actually have an American ambassador going to Cuba?
Well, first, let me say, Thomas, fortunately, it's not all Republicans. There are definitely Republicans in Congress who are supportive of our efforts with Cuba and our efforts to reestablish diplomatic ties. There's an old saying, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And the fact is, our policy of isolation was not working in Cuba. That's why we changed it. It wasn't in the interest of the people on the ground. It wasn't allowing them to have access to resources, to the internet, to things they needed to communicate, and it wasn't working for the national security interest of the United States and our interest in the Western Hemisphere. So there are challenges ahead, there's no question. Anytime you change a bold policy, we know there's going to be challenges, and there's always things you have to work through, but this is absolutely the right policy for the United States and for the Cuban people.
And how do you think you're going to watchdog continued human rights abuses?
Well, first, let me say that, I think what people should factor in is that the Cuban people want to see more engagement from the American people. They want to see the progress continue with our diplomatic relations. Right now, they don't have access to as many resources from the embassy. They don't have access to the ability to communicate across the country. And what our hope is here is that this will enable more businesses, more visitors, more openness in Cuban society. And the old policy that was in place for more than 50 years, frankly, Thomas, wasn't working. Human rights were not improving in Cuba. We needed to try something different.
We'll wait to hear when we know if the president is going to be visiting. We'll be checking back with you on that schedule.
I hope so, Thomas. I want to go on that trip.
Jen Psaki, great to see you, Jen. Thanks so much.
Great to see you, too.